love teddies. You're going to get used to receiving teddies, cards, and roses. Hello guys, welcome to the X and F Live. So today we are back again with another video, and today I'm alone. I know, where's Stephen? I'm alone today because this topic is meant for me, not for both of us. I decided to make this video and for you to know that everything is not roses, everything is not bed of roses. We have good parts and we have bad parts. So today I'm going to talk, as you can see in the topic, the video is all about that, but I'm going to talk from the aspect of me and Steven dating, living together, or dating. It's something that someone requested for me to do, because a lot of people writing me on, let me not just say a lot, let me be just honest, like 3 or 4 people have wrote me on Facebook and Instagram telling me that, saying I want a man, and I've seen some comment like, I want a man that will treat me like Steven did to you, and I want a white man, blah 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 blah. So I just want to do this video to just tell you it's not about dating a white man, but it's all about dating the person that you love. Let's go into the video. So I'm going to talk about the good and the bad. The good and the bad. There is good part and there is bad part. So don't expect all of them to be so perfect. So yeah, nothing is perfect in this world. If you want it perfect, work on it and make it perfect for yourself. So number 1, me living together with Steven or dating Steven, dating a white man, is I'm not early person. Like I have to work on my being earlier. Like when we travel together, we need to wake up early to meet up in the airport. Like I don't like waiting in the airport. I'm kind of person that when I get to the airport, straight to my flight. Even 30 minutes, I hate it. I love just get to the airport and just straight to my flight. Sometimes I even come late. Sometimes I will be running. So Steven is kind of person that very early person, even waking up early, everything early, and you know, African, we are not early people. We always late in party. If you say that the party starts at 2 o'clock, means that the party is going to start 8 o'clock. That's the period. I'm getting better, but I cannot tell you that I'm very early person. No, I'm still late comer. So we move to number 2, or next one is when we buy meat. Where are my African people? My Nigerian, let me just say my Nigerian people. Like in your house, when you buy meat, you frozen it, you put it in the freezer, isn't it? And when you need the meat, you take it out from the freezer, and if you don't really want to use all the meat, what you're going to do is disfrozen the meat, take out the one that you are going to use, and the rest you put it back to the freezer. But dating a white man or dating a Steven is quite different, because when you bring out meat, means that you're gonna finish all the meat that you bring out, because you cannot disfrozen a meat and take it back to the freezer. That's not good. He normally say that is hygienic. It's hygienic and is healthier. And normally they write it in the package when you buy a meat. They write it that when you bring out it, disfrozen it, you got to finish it. But I never read that. I never knew that in a meat or in something frozen. Let's just talk about frozen meat or frozen fish, that they write it at the back that when you disfrozen it, you got to finish all of them. You are not going to put it back to the freezer. The same thing with The same thing with food. Like, he will be like, babe, I will be cooking rice. He will be like, babe, how long is it going to take for the rice to finish? And I'll be like, babe, I don't know, because I don't work with time. I don't cook with time. So he cook with time. This is something that I have to adapt, but no, this is something that he got to adapt, because most of the time when you ask me, I'll say, babe, I don't know, because when I cook rice, I don't cook with time, or when I cook something, I don't cook with time. You know, Africans, what we do, we break out the rice, the seed, and we check it, we press it to see if it's very, very open with their parents. Yes, this is good and this is bad. At the beginning, I see it as so bad. Why? Because like when we are starting the relationship, this is happening when we are starting, but it's not really starting. It's not really happening now. Most of the time that we will talk, and parents we know, now will be like, or maybe I will be cooking something, will be like, my mom do it like this. My mom saying that it's not good. I'm like, babe, no. But it gets to the time that I love it, because you being open to your parents and be open to discuss a lot of things with your parents. It's so easy. Like now, if we have any problem, and it's something that I want to ask him, that I know that it's very, very difficult for me to get from him, I will just go through to the mom or the dad, and from there they will help me out, you know.
Yeah, boy.
It's good to be close, very close to your parents. And we Africans, we are not really close to Another one is talking about sex with your parents. Like, we all know, we Africans, we don't talk. How can you talk with your mom or your dad? Some people, yes, but most of Africans, we don't talk with our parents about sex. Like when there was that story time, but anyway, one day when I was here, you know, we don't live together. Here in Spain, and the parents came here in Spain for holiday, and Stephen was in England that time. So I went to the hotel where the parents were lodging to go and meet them. So I was there with them, and we was talking, and we started talking about sex and something like that. I was like, oh my God. Imagine me in the middle of Stephen's parents. I'm here, mom is there, dad is there, and both of them are looking at me, and we are talking about sex, and Stephen wasn't there. I was so shy. I told them that, look, in my side, we don't talk about that kind of thing with your parents, and not even with your in-laws to be. So it's something that I really love. At the end, they explained to me that it's something normal, natural, that you got to talk with your parents. Like, they don't see it as something huge. So talking about sex with your parents is something that I have to adapt, and it's something that I have to like get used to, because it's something that I'm not used to. So I got to adapt to it. Another one is calling parents by their names. Like, who does that? In Africa, we don't call our parents by their names. We don't call our mom by their names. Like, I'm having that problem with his parents. Like, when I'm in the house, when I want to talk to them, I'll be like, excuse me, or I'll wait for them to look at me and just go straight to my conversation, or I will just speak out, just start talking about what I want to talk. It's not calling their attention, not calling them. Like, I would see Stephen sometimes calling them her mom, Claire. I'll be like, even calling her a second name too. I'll be like, babe, how can you do that? So, but of course, the dad, he normally call his dad. I've never seen him calling his dad by his name, but his mom, he's calling his mom by her name sometimes, most of the time, which is fun, but it's not really good. So it's something that I couldn't adapt. It's impossible for me to adapt. So Stephen have to talk with the parents to explain to them my religion, my traditions, because you can't talk with your parents by their name. You can't call your parents by their name. So I prefer calling them mom and dad. Move to the next one. Argument. We Africans, we love argument or raising our voice. Like when I'm having issue with him, when we are like, and we have misunderstanding or whatever. So I'll be like claiming to be right and raising my voice unknowingly because it's natural. So the person that I'm raising my voice to is so calm. I'll be like, come on, I'm talking to someone. And the person will be like this. So calm. Most of the time I'll be like, babe. And the next thing he will tell me, are you done? Are you done, babe? So when you are done and when you want to talk normal, we can talk. I'm like, come on. Because I'm expecting him to raise his voice too or to argue with me, but he's more like calm and don't argue because he prefer resolving things calmly, which is really good. I got to adapt. I'm still working on it because something that I have to work on, like, and not sleep with problem. Like when we have argument now or when we have any problem, we have to settle it before going back. This one is cultural differences. Like less like in Nigeria, in my tradition, Igbo, we got something we called bride price, paying for a bride price. At the beginning, when we are starting the relationship, Stephen see it as something like selling your daughter to another person, which I just start explaining to him so he understand it and he respects it, but still thinking, how can you pay for a bride price? Like, how can you pay to give to your daughter to someone? Like, are you selling your daughter or something like that? But it's something that he do understand right now, and yeah, it's going well. Another thing is praying. I'm Christian and Stephen is he alone is someone that don't believe in anything. They don't believe in Christianity, don't believe in Muslim, don't believe anything. So I'm trying to explain to him, or I'm trying to work on bringing him close to God, and it's something so difficult for me to do because he don't believe in anything. But at the beginning, I thought that it's going to be huge, difficult. But at the end, it's someone that adapts to everything. And we pray every night before sleeping, which you see it's so like not normal. Praying because he don't believe in Christianity. So the mom is Christian, the mom believes, but he himself don't believe. So it's something that I have to work on and to make him to believe that there is someone that calls God and God exists, and anytime you need something, that you got to kneel down, pray to God, and He will answer. Blah 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 blah. I'll explain a lot to him. And now we cannot sleep without praying. Like most of the time, because he sleeps before me. Because since that we live in Spain and he's working, I'm not working right now. And even when I'm working, he will call me on phone. He will tell me, babe, time to pray. So every night we just pray. I'm so happy and impressed because that's something that I wasn't expecting from him to be. He being the one now to remind me, babe, we need to pray is a big, a big, huge difference for someone that doesn't believe in that, and he got to adapt to it too. At the beginning, it was difficult. At the beginning, I was the one praying all the night. And it got to the point that I was like, babe, now it's time for you to pray. He said, I can't do it. So I taught him some prayers. And later, what I did, with time, I told him, babe, look, we are going to do it. This night you pray, next night I do. So it will be like a changing. So today I will pray, tomorrow he will pray, which is so good. So when he is done to pray, he pray. And when it's my turn to pray, I pray. And at the beginning, his prayer was like, God, please bless my fiance, bless Francis for me, bless our future, blah, blah, blah. And with time, I started teaching him that you have to put your parents, you have to put your friends, you have to put your family, you have to put several people that you love, you have to put the nation, you have to put and he's doing good. Like, he's my prayer warrior right now. I wasn't expecting it. So we moved to the next, my natural hair. Stephen didn't have any problem with my natural hair. Number one, because he met me when I have very low cut. And the same thing with makeup. He met me when I was working, so I wasn't with the makeup. And I was just naturally, I have my short hair and everything. But the next day, I came back with a long braid, which he was like, what? How come? You girl, you got a very short hair, and how come that today you are with a long hair? I'm like, yeah, it's extension. So it's not huge different, because he met me when I'm not into makeup, because I remember when I was living with my dad, I always with makeup, with my wig, with my extension, all of them in my hair. But since I started working as animation and everything, so I'm more natural, because I'm working as a coordinator, activity coordination, animation. Like, someone that asks me what my profession. My profession is coordinator in a hotel, animation. Like, I work with kids. I work with kids in kids club, and I work with adults, coordinating activities like yoga, aqua gym, a lot of activity, rifle shooting, archery, etc. and etc. Mini golf, etc. and etc. So that's my job. So it's something that it's not really so difficult for him to adapt about my natural hair, because he met me with my natural hair, as I said before. So it's not that difficult for him to adapt. Stephen, as he knew me without no makeup and everything, being natural, so he prefers me being natural, or just little tiny makeup and everything. Which me, I don't know how to make up, so it's something that I don't care. If you want me to look natural, I'll look natural. If you want me, because I'm not into makeup, so. And hairstyles, you always love me having this or my braids, which I don't really understand, but it's really good, because at the beginning, before, I can't carry my hair, I can't have my hair like this, but now I'm just enjoying my natural hair like this. And I can't cook my food. Like, he can't cook the food that I like. Like, me saying he can't cook my food is like cooking Nigerian food, because sometimes you'll be lazy and want him to cook, and you feel like you want to eat Nigerian food and etc, and he can't cook it. That's another thing, that you dating a white man, you have to have it in your mind that you will not be having let's say, if I want to eat fufu and okra or whatever, or jollof rice, have it in your mind that maybe you will not having it, or maybe you will be having it. If you're having it, you got to cook it by yourself. So it's something that you got to get used to. The next one, and the last one, last but not the least, is you got to be that's like so funny. You got to be friendly with teddies, roses, cards, and pets. First of all, let's talk about pets. Steven loves dogs, love animals in general, but he loves dogs like crazy. He got 3 dogs, and before I met him, I don't like dogs. I'm very scared of dogs. So I got to adapt it, and sometimes he will be treating them like human being, like something, and I will be like, hey, this is an animal, this is not a human being. And he'll be like, it's a human being, they care for you, they do. I'm like, how? So something that I'm getting used to and adapting to, and now I love dogs so much. Like when I see someone hurting a dog, I'll be like, what are you doing? Like sometimes I'll be watching video, someone killing a dog, I'll be crying. I'll be like, stop it, what the hell are you doing? So it's something that I adapted to and I love it. Like, you got to love animal. Like if he love animals so much, so I got to adapt to love dogs. So another one is you got to love teddies. You're going to get used to receiving teddies, cards, and roses. Like we Africans, like we know, like in your birthday, imagine your birthday, a man buy you a teddy, or buying you a rose, or buy you roses, or giving you a card. You'll be like, seriously? But with time, I started loving it and I value it even more. Let me say, in my life, I've never received a card. I've received text messages of love messages, but in my life, like my birthday, I've never received a card. Like someone sending me a card, birthday card, and etc. So I get used to it and I'm loving it. It's something, it's details. It must not be something that isn't that expensive, something expensive. What's important, the thing that is important there is the value and the meaning of the card and the meaning of the present. Right now, I love teddies. I love teddies. I don't play with my teddies. Like, I love teddies. I love teddies. And I love cards. Like, before I'm like, seriously, are you really buying me roses, babe? What roses is just flower that very soon is going to die and everything gone. Because I'm used to in my birthday or buying me a perfume, giving me money, or buying me clothes or something. But with time, I adapted to it and I even love it so much. You sending me a card of my birthday, or sending me roses, or sending me teddies instead of buying me perfume. So guys, this is the end of the video and thank you for watching. And if you want anything else that you would love us to do separately or together, comment below. Comment the part that you love so much, and don't forget to always keep your questions so we can answer any single question in every week. So thank you very much, every guys. Subscribe, like, and share. Bye. Always. Bye.